They gathered in rows, clicking their mandibles in anticipation, the cadets eager for their favorite lecture. I straightened my spine, adjusted the folds of my white teaching robe, and gestured toward the restrained specimen. A human male, mid-30s by planetary rotation, brown hair, limbs unremarkable, face irritatingly calm even in unconsciousness. He looked so dull I almost yawned. Still, tradition demanded a performance. "Observe," I began, my voice echoing across the chamber. "A fragile creature from Sol 3. A mammal that survives through accidental luck and substances they ingest with religious zeal. They drown themselves in caffeine, stuff themselves with hamburgers, compressed animal flesh, seasoned with excess oils, and call it nourishment. Their highest cultural achievement? Reality television, where members of their species scream at one another for entertainment. Cadets, take note. This is what happens when evolution stumbles." Ripples of laughter spread. Encouraged, I went on. "They even worship small quadrupeds, cats, that ignore them entirely. Their written language? Corrupted by icons, smiling yellow faces they name emojis. They poison their air for transport, rely on combustion of ancient fossils, and produce leaders selected through something called memes. A primitive joke world." Then the specimen stirred. His eyes opened, not sluggishly as our paralysis beam should have ensured, but sharply, with full awareness. He blinked once, studied us, then smiled. "Evening," he said casually. "Nice TED Talk. Little mean, though." The cadets hissed in confusion. I raised a claw. "Do not be deceived. The subject's awakening is premature, but meaningless." The human leaned back, scanning the chamber with those disturbingly analytical eyes. He pointed with his chin. "You're the scientist. That guy's security. And the kid over there? First A, sweating bullets." He winked at one trembling cadet who nearly toppled from his seat. "This is coincidence," I barked. "Mere guesswork." "Sure," he replied. "Thing is, I was awake the whole ride. Counted your ship's rotations. Felt the vibration on starboard thruster 3. You got a wobble. And your tractor beam? Little unstable. Needs duct tape." The word echoed through the chamber. Cadets scribbled frantically. Duct tape. Unknown substance. Potential energy weapon? I dismissed it, though unease prickled along my carapace. We proceeded. The plan was simple. Demonstrate fragility through controlled pain. A technician activated the neural probe. Energy coursed across the human's chest. Cadets leaned forward, expecting screams. He chuckled, looked down at the device, then back at us. "That was supposed to hurt." The technician frowned, increased intensity. The human winced theatrically, then grinned. "Seriously? Paper cuts back home sting worse." Whispers rippled. My authority slipped. "Increase again." Before the technician obeyed, the human spoke. "Ever seen Die Hard?" "No." "Shame." Bruce Willis crawling through glass, bleeding everywhere, still cracks jokes. Kinda like now. "Oh, and Chuck Norris says hi." The cadets recoiled. Even without context, the name carried dread. He saw it, smirked wider. Our scanners lit up. His neural activity refused classification, reorganizing faster than algorithms could track. He was not panicked. He was focused, dangerous. "Explain," I demanded. "Ex-military," he said, as if confessing a favorite hobby. "Now I work in security testing. My job is to break into systems to show how weak they are." Speaking of which, he smiled like a predator toying with prey. I already sent a message. Then the lights flickered. Console spat errors. The ship's intelligence core rebooted, but when we gave commands, it ignored us. The human tilted his head. "Nice AI. A little chatty once you know the right frequency. Your scanning beam? Talkative tech. Let me reverse map your system architecture during the ride." Honestly, you made it easy. Doors sealed. Corridors locked. Sections of a ship fell into silence. Cadets scrambled, panic widening their eyes. One turned to me, voice trembling. "Instructor, are humans more advanced than recorded?" My mouth opened, but no words came. The truth sat heavy. The human, still strapped in, looked almost bored. "Your password's 1234. Even my microwave burrito requires more security." "Oh." And those cloaked satellites you missed past Neptune? They've been watching you for years. We've been pretending to be primitive because it's safer that way. Nobody suspects the dumb kid in the room. Meanwhile, we've been preparing. The cadets scribbled wildly, no longer laughing. Fear shone in their eyes. I tried to hold on to authority, but the words fell hollow even to me. You lie. Earth is fragile. You're kind. He leaned forward, restraints groaning under the motion. His grin was calm, almost pitying. You thought Florida man was an exception. He isn't. He's a warning. The chamber fell silent. I wanted to laugh, to dismiss his absurd reference, but the way he said it chilled me. He continued, softly now. You abducted me thinking I'd scream. But I've spent my life training to walk into traps and make them mine. You see a fragile mammal. I see your weaknesses written all over this ship. And I'm not even trying yet. The cadet stared at me, waiting for reassurance. I found none. My arrogance collapsed beneath the weight of his words. I looked into his eyes and saw not panic, not hatred, but patience. A predator disguised in humor. We had wanted to prove human weakness. Instead, we unveiled our own. And as the systems dimmed under his quiet control, he leaned back, whispering with that maddening smile. That was supposed to hurt? In that moment, I understood. We had not captured a specimen. We had invited an ambassador of war, cloaked in sarcasm and duct tape, armed with nothing but a mind sharper than our entire academy. For the first time in centuries, I was afraid.